Everyone is chasing shiny objects while ignoring what actually works. Let me show you the boring path that's making me 10 grand every month while I sleep. Look, I'm not here to waste your time with some get rich quick scheme BS. What I'm about to share isn't particularly sexy or exciting. It's actually pretty damn boring, in fact. But that is exactly why it works. While everyone else is jumping from one training business model to another, I've been quietly banking $10,000 per month and even more, using a strategy so simple a complete beginner could do it, with no previous experience, limited free time, and no hard costs. Now I have to warn you, the truth that nobody wants to hear is that consistency beats flash and sexy every single time. Now, I know that when you hear the word boring, you probably start thinking, man, I don't want to do this. But in reality, you should be excited because boring is good, boring is predictable. I would much rather do something boring than something hard. So what's amazing with boring business models is that they're predictable. When something's predictable, it's repeatable. When it's repeatable, you can build real wealth. I'd rather have a boring $10,000 hitting my bank account every month than chase the next NFT project or dropshipping trend, which might make me rich but most likely won't. 3 years ago, I was exactly where you are right now. I had $400 to my name and crippling anxiety. Today, I consistently make over 1K per day, and most of it is profit. And I'm not doing some kind of super complicated business model, but I'm using the most unsexy, straightforward approach that almost nobody talks about. So what changed? My mindset. Not my circumstances, not my background, not my connections. Because I had none. You already have everything you need to make serious money within you, except a proven step-by-step process. Your mind is feeding you lies. It's telling you need more money, more experiences, more connections. These are all imaginary problems, but not real ones. So let me ask you something. What's actually stopping you right now? Is it a real, tangible obstacle? Or is it fear disguised as a logical reason? For most people, it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of wasting time and money. Here's an exercise that completely transformed my life. I call it the fear list. You want to grab a piece of paper and write down every single thing you're afraid might happen if you start a business. Be brutally honest. I'm afraid nobody's going to buy from me. I'm afraid I will look like an idiot. I'm afraid I will waste money I don't have. Now, cross out anything from the list that wouldn't literally kill you. What you'll realize is that 99% of your fears are just temporary discomfort, not actual danger. And that realization is freedom. I personally grew up in a lower middle class family. My parents worked really hard. They were nurses, but they always struggled with money. I had zero connections, zero advantages, and definitely zero money when I got started. But what I did have was a willingness to face uncomfortable truths and take uncomfortable actions. You have to understand that your background, your circumstances don't determine your future. Your mindset does. The beliefs you inherited about money and success are probably the only thing holding you back. My family believed wealth was for other people. People with degrees, connections, or lucky breaks. I had to deliberately break those generational beliefs to move forward. Now, unfortunately, there are some things we're not allowed to share on YouTube, which is why to help you, I've recorded a free training to show you how I went from zero to over $1,200 a day with 95% profit margins. The link is in the description and I highly suggest you check it out when you're done with this video. You can also book a free call with me or my team, and together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to 5 to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But be quick, because we literally get hundreds of applications per month, so we don't have enough spots for everyone. Now, let's talk about the most valuable skill in the market today. Solving painful problems. People don't care about you, as harsh as it may sound. They don't care about your journey or your struggles. They care about results. They care about their problems being solved. Would you rather buy a cure for a serious health problem from an 11-year-old genius with thousands of success results, or a 50-year-old doctor with zero results? The answer is obvious. Results matter more than credentials, more than experience, more than anything else. So instead of obsessing over building the perfect product or service, you want to focus your energy on becoming a world-class problem solver. Identify what keeps people up at night, what makes them frustrated enough to spend money, and then provide the solution. This brings me to why the PTP method and services and consulting absolutely crush e-commerce for beginners. When I first started, I tried dropshipping. Reselling some fancy products on my own store for more. Sure, I made a few sales, but after advertising costs, returns, customer service nightmares, and razor-thin margins, I was barely breaking even while working 16-hour days. Then I switched to a service-based model. My overhead dropped to almost nothing. My profit margins shot up between 80 and 98%. I needed fewer customers, less drama, and I made way more money. And this changed everything. Let's do the math together. To make $10,000 per month with dropshipping, you might need to sell 250 products. That's 250 customers to deal with, 250 potential returns or complaints, and thousands in upfront inventory or ad spend. With services or consulting, you need maybe 5 clients paying you $2,000 each, or 10 clients paying you $1,000, that's it. You could hit that number with just 2 customers. The best part about this model is that you keep almost all of the money that you make. There are no inventory costs, no shipping headaches, no returns, just pure profit in your pocket. Now, you're probably thinking, but I don't have any skills to offer. Yes, you do. But even if you genuinely believe you don't, there are 2 paths forward. Option A, sell services you deliver yourself. This could be anything from web design to video editing to managing someone else's social media, or coaching people on how to do things like dating or getting in shape or investing. Option B, sell outcomes and hire contractors to deliver. This is where you become the connector. You find businesses that need services, then find talented people who can provide those services. You mark up the price and you keep the difference. You're the CEO, not the technician. Let me break down option B even further, because this is where real scalability, real income comes in. Say a local business needs a new website. You charge them $3,000 for the complete package. Then you find a freelance web developer who will build it for $1,500 or even less. You just made $1,500 by simply connecting a problem with a solution. Can you see how simple that is, even if you have no skills and no previous experience? And here's the best part. You can do this across multiple services: web design, graphic design, copywriting, video production, social media management. You don't need to know how to do any of these things yourself. You just need to understand the client's problems and know where to find quality people who can solve it. The habit that completely transformed my business was doing one scary thing every single day. For 1 year straight, I forced myself to do something that terrified me. I would DM a potential client. I'd raise my prices. I'd ask for referrals. I'd send proposals to businesses I thought were out of my league. Most of these actions took less than 5 minutes. Many of them failed completely, but the ones that worked, they changed everything. And more importantly, I built a fearlessness muscle that's now my greatest asset. Becoming fearless doesn't mean having no fear. You wouldn't be human if you never felt any fear. It means taking action despite the fear. It means recognizing that the temporary discomfort of putting yourself out there is nothing compared to the permanent discomfort of playing small. So here's your beginner business blueprint to get started today. I'm going to break this down into 5 practical steps you can implement immediately. Step 1. Identify a painful problem. Look for things people complain about regularly. This could be business related, like outdated websites, poor social media presence, ads that are not getting enough customers, etc. Or it could also be personal problems, like struggles with losing weight or getting muscle, relationship issues, addictions, productivity issues, etc. The key is finding problems that cause genuine pain and that people are willing to pay to solve. Step 2. Validate your market. Before you invest time creating a service package, make sure people actually want what you're offering. Talk to at least 10 potential clients. Ask specific questions about their challenges. Listen to the exact words they use to describe their problems. This will become your marketing language later. Step 3. Craft a simple solution. Your service doesn't need to be complicated. In fact, simpler is often better. You want to focus on solving one specific problem really well rather than trying to fix everything. If businesses struggle with Instagram growth, don't offer a full social media package. Just become the Instagram growth specialist. Step 4. Create a straightforward pricing structure. Always price based on the value you provide, not on the hourly rate. You want to start at $1,000 minimum for your smallest package. Yes, even as a beginner. I'm going to tell you this, it's much easier to find a $1,000 client than it is to find $50, $20 customers. Step 5. Master simple outreach. You need a repeatable system for finding customers. I recommend starting with direct outreach. You want to personally contact at least 20 potential customers every single day. Use this formula: a specific compliment, an observation about a problem, an offer to help, and a call to action. So let me give you an example. I could say something like, "Hi John, I love what you're doing with your fitness coaching business, but I noticed your website isn't mobile friendly, which could be costing you clients since 80% of people browse on phones now. I've helped a dozen fitness coaches fix this exact issue, and they've been able to get 52% more customers. Would you be open to a quick chat about how I might help?" Now, unfortunately, there are some things we're not allowed to share on YouTube, which is why, to help you, I've recorded a free training to show you how I went from zero to over $1,200 a day with 95% profit margins. The link is in the description, and I highly suggest you check it out when you're done with this video. You can also book a free call with me or my team, and together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to 5 to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But be quick, because we literally get hundreds of applications per month, so we don't have enough spots for everyone. If you commit to these 5 steps and consistently execute them daily, results are going to follow. Maybe not on day 1, maybe not on week 1, but within 30 to 60 days, you will start seeing a lot of momentum. I'd be shocked if you didn't get at least 2 customers. And once that momentum builds, $10,000 per month becomes inevitable, not just possible. What this all boils down to is eliminating complexity, doing the easy stuff, and focusing on the fundamentals. I see everybody out there making things so much harder than they need to be, because if they complicate everything, they sound smarter. But the path to $10,000 per month is actually dead simple. Find a problem, offer a solution, charge good money, deliver results. That's it. That's the entire formula. Are you going to become a millionaire overnight? No. But you could be making serious money within 30 to 60 days. It's possible. I've seen complete beginners with the PTP method go from $0 to $5,000 per month in their first month just by focusing on solving valuable problems. The market doesn't care about your insecurities. It doesn't care if you feel ready. It only cares about the value you provide. So stop waiting to feel confident and just go out there and start. Even 1 hour a day is better than nothing. I have customers who were working 80 hours a week and they still found the time because they made the time. Every day you wait is costing you money. Every excuse you make is extending the timeline to your financial freedom. And the bitter truth is that most people will nod along to everything I'm saying, but never actually take action. They won't keep consuming content. They won't keep planning. They won't keep waiting for the perfect moment. You don't want to be like most people. You have to be the exception. Take what I've shared with you today and implement it immediately. Find a problem, offer a solution, scale from there. This isn't sexy. It's not exciting. It's downright boring. But boring makes money. Boring builds wealth. Boring creates the freedom that you've always wanted. While other people stay stuck chasing trends, you will build a 10K per month business in record time. While they jump from opportunity to opportunity, you'll be signing more customers. And when the next economic downturn hits, they'll be scrambling while you're still making $10,000 per month, doing the work that actually matters. All of that from home. So you have to make a choice now. You can continue to search for the exciting shortcut that maybe doesn't exist, or embrace the path that actually works, which is what I've shared with you. I know which one I'd choose in a heartbeat. Now I know it can sound very confusing, and right now, you probably have no idea on how to get started, what's the first step to take, which is why, to help you, I invite you to check out the free video training I made for you in the description below. I'm not selling you anything on that training, but I think it will greatly help you. With that being said, I'll see you on the other side.